Day. It's so nice to see everyone here today. All of these beautiful smiles, so heart uplifting. What a great way to sort of come into this space and be reminded of why we're here every day. I'm so happy to see everybody. Welcome to another day of the Daily Antidote of Song. Today is day 1303. Thank you to Carolyn in Boise, Idaho for reminding me. So we've officially passed the 1300 day mark. And we're careening our way towards day 1500, which is completely crazy and unbelievable. I'm so glad everyone's here. Let's give a big shout out to Carpe Diem Arts for keeping this Daily Antidote of Song going. Let's all wave hello to the fabulous folks on the live stream. Glad you've decided to join us today. Thank you for being here. And let's say hi to everybody in our room, and then we'll get to what we're all here for, which is the singing, well, okay, and the smiles and the community and the discussion. So I'm super glad to see my dear friend Shruthi in Pune, India, who is joining us today to be our song leader. Shruthi is a regular song leader and a regular host in this room, and we couldn't be luckier. She brings so much magic, and today is no different. I'm very excited about today's song. Hello to Mabel and the Bears in Massachusetts. Great to see you, Mabel and A Bear. Hello to Athena in Brooklyn. Glad you made it today, Athena. Nice to see you. Hello to Marcia in Ontario. Nice to have you with us today, Marcia. Hi to Aloysius in Mass. Hello to Gary in Mass. Hi to Becky in British Columbia. Hello to Kathy in Denver. Deborah Denenfeld in the car, but in Kentucky. Let's see, that's Susan G in Ohio. Nice to see you today. Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. Cricket in Maryland. Kate in Charlottesville. Sheila in Florida. Anne in Nashville, Kevin in New Hampshire, Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, together on the screen. That's a nice uplift. Storm and Mass, nice to see you. Annette in California, good to see you. Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, nice to see you. Deli in Maryland, nice to see you. James, that's Jamie Dundas in British Columbia, nice to see you. Kathleen in Albuquerque, Sarah in Texas, glad to have you with us today. Nice to see your face. We've missed seeing you. Sue in Seattle, Anne in Silver Spring, Caroline in DC, somebody who is Shilpa. Nice to see you, Shilpa. We're glad you're here today. Hoda in British Columbia. Let's see who's there. Bob and Bears in Rainy, Massachusetts. Rainy here also in New Hampshire. Arlene in Berkeley, California. Hello. Luda in Victoria, reminding us all to take a moment and just think about all the love in this room and all the love either in the world or all of the love that we need in the world. Bob in Albany, thank you so much for being here today. Linda on Orcas Island, nice to see you. Bronwyn in Victoria. Hello, Maha. I'm not sure where you're coming from, but we're glad you're here today. Kat in Vermont. Lynn in Connecticut. Hello to Phil and the gang in rainy Newcastle. Oh, wow, it's raining everywhere today, huh? All right, so that's Pauline, I see, and Shizuka and Phil, and potentially William over there in the background. Curly Tops in Vermont. Hi, William. Very, very nice to see you. Sending so much love to you, William. Let's see, there's Curly Tops in Vermont. There's Veena coming in from somewhere I bet Shruthi knows. Moon in Alexandria. Martha in Oregon. Let's all take a deep breath. Okay, I'm going to turn the floor over to Shruthi, who will take us on a regular, standard, old Shruthi magical journey. Shruthi, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, and thank you everyone in this room for holding space. I feel like I'm sitting with a lot of stuff. I think a lot of heaviness, a lot of the news going around, everything, and I wanted to respond to that in song. And this is not. This is a song that I sing as part of a very special set called "The Road of the Wild Lily." And it's a set that I do with a friend named Shalini Shekhar, and we call ourselves the Wild Lilies, and we do songs of people who have been put in exile by war, by forces of nature, by songs of women especially. And today what I wanted to share with you is a very special lullaby from Afghanistan that has held me, and hold some of these questions that come up in the heart when we have news like the one that is coming out now in the world. And I'm going to sing a little refrain, and then we'll talk about it. But I want to also do a little Quick translation. It says, Lalo, O Afghan child in the desert, sleep. There's hatred all around and winter is coming. But sleep for now. If you do get through all of this injustice, and one day, if you become the leader of your nation and you get to have your own troops, do not repeat the same injustice on others, O Afghan child. Be patient, for Khuda is merciful and fair and solves problems. How could Khuda be unaware of your own? This story will come to an end, O Afghan child. But for now, sleep. And it's by a songwriter named Ustad Mahwash, who now lives in exile, I think in the United States. And it's very, it's words that resonate with me. And I hope they will with you. So the refrain is very simple. It's just, oh sleep. And it goes like this. It's oh lalo. Just 2 words. Oh lalo. Oh lalo. And I'm going to sing it and you'll get the tune instantly. And then I'll sing the whole song. Oh lalo. Oh lalo. Oh lalo. Oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo, 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 oh lalo, 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 oh lalo, lalo, lalo. Oh lalo, 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 oh lalo. Oh lalo ay kudaki Afghan lalo. Tiflaki bidaru darman lalo. Boy luchi dasht biyobon lalo. Ay hamaso khashmoto ayron lalo. Ay hama khaboto pireshan lalo. Oh lalo ay kudaki Afghan lalo. The refrain. Oh lalo, lalo. Oh lalo. Oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo. Kuda ki man barish baran rasi, nubat bidad zemestan rasi. Kuda ki man barish baran resid, nubat bidad zemestan resid. Ranj degar ghair ghame non resid, khab hizam didane teflon resid. Teflak birekht zemestan lalo. Oh lalo ay kudaki Afghan lalo. Oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo, oh lalo. Agar barshavi Varisin mellati akhtar shavi روزی اگر صاحب لشکر شوی غافل سالان مقرر شوی ظلم مکن بر سر انسان للو للو ای کودکی افغان للو للو صبر خدا کن که خدا عادل است داد رس و چاره غر مشکل است صبر خدا کن که خدا عادل است داد رس و چاره غر مشکل است از من و از آل تو که غافل است کوشش بیدار در آن باطل است میرسد این قصه با پایان لالو لالو ای کودکی افغان لالو لالو
Oh, Shruti, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, the melody, the tempo, and the meaning of those lyrics, all combined with your beautiful voice and all of your heart and spirit, just feels like a perfect way to be trying to process the world and all of the goings on. So I'm really grateful that you're here and helping us in that journey, and tell us whatever you feel like talking about.
Yeah. So, I mean, this melody, I think, and we should hear it in Farida Mahawash's voice. And in fact, if you put in Lalo on YouTube, there's a particular recording that I couldn't find today, but that sort of just seared into my heart. And I was singing it as part of the Wild Lilies repertoire with my friend Shalini. And then last year, in around June and July, I had traveled to Europe and to Turkey with the piece. And we were doing a concert in a small city in Germany. See, my mind eludes me. And at a community center, and this community center had people who had been displaced from their homelands, and it was really. It was a very interesting concert. I was actually running a 102 temperature, and I was doing the concert solo because for some reason Shalini couldn't make it that day. And so it was very strange. It was a surreal experience where I started the concert, and suddenly, when I started this song, like there was a little hush around the room, and then there were like five people who were furiously texting, and I could see that there was some um, something going on in the room, and people were like messaging, and later on there was a surge of people who came about 5 or 10 minutes after the song, and even during the song, um, and at the end of it I met a person who was from Afghanistan, and she had been displaced, during the war, and she said, "How do you know Mahwash?" And I said, "Who?" She said, "Farida Mahwash, the composer of this." I said, "I don't. I've just, I've encountered her words." She said, "Mahwash is a national treasure. Thank you for singing it." Until then, I had been confronted with all of these questions about should I be singing it. I don't know Afghani. I don't, I've never met this composer. I had no way to reach out to her, and all of these questions about attribution and songkeepers. And when she said that, somehow this doubt just melted away, and she said, please sing for Afghanistan, please sing for Mahwash, please sing, because we need people to know this story. And ever since, like, I was completely, I was in tears after the concert that day, and I hugged her, and it all seemed to kind of makes sense. So that's the invitation to all of you all. I'm extending it by sort of association. Please sing Lalo. Also for me, like women's songs and lullabies, especially in areas where women may not necessarily have an otherwise public voice. The lullaby has always been that sacred bastion of women's song and expression, and therefore also please sing.
Thank you, Shruthi. That's so beautiful. I know there are a lot of different takes on sort of what it's okay for people to sing from outside of the culture of origin of the song. And one of the things that has been so moving to me is seeing so many song leaders in this space talk about the invitation to sing no matter what your culture of origin or what the case, because part of the point from the perspective of the song leader or the song creator is to have the song in the world making change, right? So it's not across the board. It doesn't always make sense, but we've had so many folks come in and say a similar thing to what you just said. And I really love it. I feel like it sort of reinforces my recognition of the activism that's in so many songs, and that so many song leaders carry in their hearts, even when they're not like screaming activist song leaders, right? Like just the very nature of so many songs is trying to promote kindness, trying to promote peace, trying to promote love and joy and those things that are forms of activism. So thank you so much. And what a beautiful story. So I loved seeing in the chat the sort of repeated notion of people that they didn't want the song to end, because neither did I. And I'm definitely super excited to get back into singing it again. But wondering if you want to talk a little bit more sort of from the heart about either the song or the world or your goings on at this time.
Um, I don't know. I think I will just end up crying if I talk about anything. But yeah, I just want to say that this song has really brought many people together, especially when we sing it in the room and everyone sings, or Lalo Lalo, and for me this and a lot of the songs that we do in the Wild Lilies, like we have a Syrian song, we have a song in Hindi, in Sindhi, sorry, in Sindhi, and Sindh is again a land within what is now India and Pakistan, where people have been displaced, and so there isn't an area where people actually inhabit it anymore. The Sindhis have been displaced across, and for me it's really powerful to sing these cultures, especially because our first association with a place, I'll speak about the Wild Lilies repertoire, but a place like Syria or Afghanistan is often one of war. and to transform that association into one of song. Like, how cool is it that for many people now the association might be Afghanistan Lalo, and not necessarily something else. Like, I especially hope for the children who are here now and who might be listening, that how cool would it be to have an association of a song rather than an association of something else, something bigger and uglier than this. Bye.
Yeah, oh, that's so beautiful, and I feel like the sort of the part of the cultural exploration that we can do through music, through every time someone comes into this space and brings us a culture that maybe we haven't gotten to know well enough, or sort of like the exploration we do on our own, so triggered by the song, but then like where we go with it. I have heard from folks in the room, have taken folks into literature from the culture that they never would have thought to explore before, or cuisine of the culture, and like all of these ways that are really, I think, reinforcing the ways in which we actually, for the most part, all of us inhabit really similar souls, right? Like, doesn't really matter the food you're eating. We've all, I think, we've been through varying things, right? Here in the US, I have to say, like, we really don't know a lot of what it means like to live in trauma, even the traumas we've had, and but to be able to feel like you've connected with someone's heart and soul through coming to understand their culture differently, and not just by what it says about any culture in the news, right? But about what makes them tick, and like, yeah. So thank you, Shruthi. A beautiful, beautiful journey, as I already knew you were going to take us on. Would you like to just sing it again? And I say the whole thing, please.
Yeah, let's sing the whole thing again.
Thank you, Shruthi.
Oh, Lalo, 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 ay kudaki Afghan Lalo, tiflaki bidaru derman Lalo, payluchi dasht biyaban Lalo, ay hamaso khashmat vayran Lalo, ay hama khabot pereshan Lalo. Oh, Lalo, ay kudaki Afghan Lalo. Oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo. Kudaki man barish baran resi, nobat bidar zemistan resi, ranj degar ghair ghame non resi, khab hizam didan tiflan resi, tiflak birakht zemistan Lalo. Oh, Lalo, ay kudaki Afghan Lalo. Oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo, oh, Lalo. Abidad agar barshavi, varisin millat अख्तर शवी रोजी अगर साहिब लश्कर शवी गाफिल सालान मुगरर शवी जुल्म कुन बरसर इंसान ललो ललो ऐ कूदके अफगान ललो 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 सब्रे खुदा कौन के खुदा आदिल आस्त दौर सोचार गरे मुश्किल आस्त सब्रे खुदा कौन के खुदा आदिल आस्त दौर सोचार गरे मुश्किल आस्त از من و از آل تو که غافل است کوشش بیدار در آن باطل است میرسد این قصه با پایان لالو لالو ای کودکی افغان لالو لالو
Thank you so much, Shruthi. If you get appointed as a leader, don't do injustice to humanity. It's just hard to understand how, as humans, we make the same mess over and over and over again. And I feel like in this room, in this nation, around the globe, there are people with different opinions about what is going on in different places. And I think, falling into the trap of landing on one side of a divide or another is probably just a hard place to live. And there's so many subtleties about so much of what is going on, and that as much as we can just hold the fact that we are all here in this space for the same reason, right? We're all actually on the same side, which is the side of saying, like, please be peaceful. Don't do injustice to humanity. So thank you so much, Shruthi. Beautifully well-pointed words for today and a beautiful song. Can we please all give it up for Shruthi for bringing us all that magic? When I chatted Shruthi this morning, WhatsApped, I think is what it's called. When I WhatsApped Shruthi this morning, I said, holy cow, do I need to spend 40 minutes with you? So that's like, the 30 that we get in here-ish, and then the sound check. And exactly what I knew would happen, happened. Shruthi, thank you for filling my soul up and making me feel like I've got more direction for the day. And can we all please thank Shruthi again? Thank you, Shruthi. Let's go ahead and wave Shruthi out of the room. Shruthi, I know it's late where you are. We're going to wave you off into sleep and dreamland and sleep peacefully tonight. And thank you again so much. And for everyone else in this room, we put the lyrics and the translation in the chat. If you want to have it and you didn't get it out of the chat or can't, you can always go to Facebook or to YouTube, because the same things are posted there. So if you're longing to reread the lyrics today and you don't have them, please go ahead and hit one of our live streams to re-access them. And I will remind Jaden to put them into tomorrow's email, because I think that we could all read them another 10 times at minimum. So let's all take a deep breath. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here today. As best as you can, go into the world today and make somebody else feel better. And thanks so much for joining us in here. You've all made me feel better, and I hope we've done the same back to you. Let's wave goodbye to our beautiful live stream folks. Thank you, live streamers, for joining us on our journey. Always glad to have you with us. And thanks to everybody in this room for being with us. Goodbye to Mabel and a bear in Massachusetts, and to Athena in Brooklyn, Susan in Cincinnati. I was really enjoying watching a lot of the faces, a lot of the emotion that you could see on people's faces. The singing along today was so beautiful. Bob in Albany, thank you so much. Caroline in DC, great to see your face today. Cricket in Maryland, thank you. Sheila, thank you for being here today. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, thank you and thank you. Really lovely to see you both today. Annette in California, thank you. Great to see you. Carolyn in Boise, thank you so much. Sunny where Carolyn is, that's an upswing. If you don't have sun where you are, which I don't, you could resolve that by eating a piece of chocolate cream pie for breakfast. I can tell you all that it works. Magic. Linda in Orcas Island, thank you so much for being with us today. Kevin in New Hampshire, thank you so much for being here, probably also in the rain. Diane in Puerto Rico, great to have you with us today. Thank you. Hoda in British Columbia, lovely to see your smile today, or your thoughtful face today. And thank you so much for being here. Silver Spring, Kathleen in Albuquerque, thank you so much. Sarah in Texas, thank you so much. Gary in Massachusetts, thank you so much. Becky, thanks for being here today, coming in from British Columbia. Arlene in California, thank you so much for being here. Phil and Shizuka and Pauline with William over there in the background. Love to all of you. And William, thank you so much for singing with us today. We love you. It's great to see you today. And Martha in Oregon, thank you so much. And Deli in Maryland, thank you. Storm in Massachusetts, thank you. Deli, you're looking very, very up today. Dali's been going through health stuff and she's taken it like a trooper, and you're amazing. Kathy in Denver with Chico over there, thank you so much for being here. Chico, you're a cheerful little pup here in the midst of things. Deborah in Kentucky, thank you for being here. And Jamie in British Columbia, thank you. There are some curly tops for us today, some curly tops also without the sun. So that's Alice, May, and Willard. Good to have you guys with us today. Let's see where I was. Bob and another bear in rainy Massachusetts. Bears go to coffee shops and do all sorts of things, even in the rain. Nancy's Irish Cow, Washington State, thanks for being here. Kat Cox in Vermont, thank you for being here. Harriet in Chicago, thank you for being here. Lynn in Connecticut, thanks for being here. Moon in Alexandria, glad to know you're back there. Maha, thank you for being here, wherever you're coming from, and feel free to stay after Maha if you want to let us know where you're from. And Anna in Cambridge, hello Anna, that's our beautiful Anna Alter over there. We're really glad you're here. Thank you again so much, everybody. Let's wave goodbye again to the live stream folks.